Hello everyone, Babylon here. Today is episode 22, field test. Okay, uh, this one does take a little bit of time. I did die in it. I'm gonna be honest about that.
ACS
Wasn't
just won a
proud of it.
contract.
Lost George Jr. For crying out
Alright.
loud. I
I
don't know
don't get
why
the
he can't stay with the
ACS,
woods and stuff for
but out
protection,
here,
but he just doesn't.
they need you as
Uh,
much as you
at
need
least I
them.
can't find him anyway. I didn't even find his body or the saddle he had. But
So,
at the end of the day,
the
it is what it
ACS were
is. I'm
testing
gonna
something
keep
in
on
the
going.
desert.
Uh,
New
I like
Larkwell gear,
to take time to say
a
thanks for
tool,
anybody who's watching
a
the
weapon.
videos.
They're
Really
not saying.
appreciate that.
But their
And
delivery drone
I know I'm
hit
not very
heavy weather,
technical at what
ended
I'm
up
doing,
scattered across
but
half the landscape.
I've been playing this now, what,
ACS wants
500
you to
hours with
scout
this
the
character,
wreckage, retrieve
and
their tech,
we're going into
and
missions
bring
I've
it
never done.
back.
I've never done this mission
The
before,
crash zones are marked on your
so
map.
I never played the full game
Some of them
either.
are pretty
I
hard
get
to reach,
sidetracked real easy with
but
farming
that's where you come
and
in.
just building strange
Good
stuff.
luck out
But
there.
with this being said, this one here is just you got to get some parts, put them together. You got to go and search. We just have a good time doing it and just enjoy the video. And I hope everybody will like and subscribe and carry on with the video series anyway. I know I'm not showing a whole lot of the farming anymore. That just came so time consuming that I can probably put all this out and with all the mission videos and everything, and farming probably 6, 7 times as much of the farming stuff that I do. And I don't know about y'all. I mean, if that's all I'm going to see in a whole video, I probably wouldn't watch it. But I do know that some of these missions are kind of difficult. That I do try to figure them out for myself first, how to do the missions. But if it doesn't, if I can't figure it out, then I'll go watch another video or something on it, and then go that way with it. But as you see here, I wish those animals would not just stick around you like that, but they do. I did do some exotic farming, uh, which I'll post that here sometime later on this week or something. But we're just going to sit here and do this mission. It's a long traverse going across. I did transform it here in a little bit to get so that way you ain't got to watch the full run across, waiting for the animals to catch up and stuff. And hope you enjoy what you see. All right, enjoy the video. Yeah, here I didn't realize I was going to have to have ramps, or I would have brought them with me. But I have to get the resources to build the ramps to get up there to where the carts are. It's way up there too. It's about far. But yeah, it. You think about now, I've learned to just start carrying stuff with me, just for the heck of it. But I did. But from what I would normally carry, I probably wouldn't have had enough to get to the very top anyway. And it could be how George died too, because he was on the ramp with me when we fell. I didn't release him before I started going up the ramps. But you can see that smokestack going up. kind of hoped there was a way to jump up there going around without using the ramps, but you can see there, I have a bad habit of holding down the sprint key to move around, and that's what really caused me to die on that fall there. By sprinting, ran right off the ramp. There's nothing like making yourself feel stupid, you know. And that there is as high as you can go without causing a bigger issue. Yeah, it's pretty cool that see how the animals are getting up in the way now. And I was trying to get them back away from me, which worked for a little bit anyway. I had to go down quite a ways there in a minute. I knew I was going to take a little jump there. I was kind of nervous about doing it without putting something in the way to keep it from getting too far. I just wish they had a better snapping system, you know, for the parts. You have to be so darn precise that you really can't move it around. See how they're still up there. You know, just looking at this, I just came up with an idea. I wonder if I can build up high enough on one of these to put my solar panels on top of them. So that way I get more sunlight per day. And won't need that many batteries left, you know, to make it work.
Okay.
Here we're just
You
have a
found
bad
part of their
accident.
device, whatever it is. There's 2 more crash sites out there. Keep it up.
And there it goes. Boom. That's one way to get down, though. You know, cost you though in the long run. Now what I did after this, since I got the first part, it brought up the second part. So I just ran to the second part, got that part, and went back up and got the animals and stuff, and did it all in the dark. I killed so many animals going through here, so many jaguars and everything. It's unreal. Trying to get up there to that area. Now my suggestion is not to do it in the dark. Okay, I mean, you really can't really see a whole lot anyway, even with the light on. It just, you can't see far enough ahead of you to see another animal until the marker comes up. And here I've decided I better get me some bandages before I get too much further in here, since I don't have my armor and stuff on. Well, I put a set of armor on. It just, it wasn't the minor set. It was, the minor set's got more protection on it than the set that I have on now. Which I'm psyched to say we're almost to the point where I can make the black wolf armor. I hope that's got some good stats on it, but we'll find out when I get it unlocked. Oh, these jaguars, man. There were jaguars all the way through here like crazy. But it was a good thing I didn't skin everything for the bones and stuff, because by the time I got up there, I probably couldn't have picked everything up. With both sets of armor in my inventory and stuff, and George Jr. being gone. I might as well just change their name altogether on the horse. That way I don't constantly lose him. Maybe it's the name I'm giving it that's making him act so crazy. You know, George of the Jungle used to slam himself into trees all the time, so maybe that's what the deal is. I doubt it, but yeah, that'd be something. Yeah, now that armor did pretty good against these jaguars, but it's still a pain in the butt no matter what you do. I couldn't figure out where all my arrows were going. I couldn't see them all anyway. I didn't know where that scorpion came from. Couldn't hear it at all. And he just runs up on me like he owned the place. But yeah, removing that water out of that slot there that keeps you cooled off, or keeps you warm anyway. I guess it causes your body temp. I guess the temperature to be lower, causing hypothermia and stuff in the desert. I saw that I had to watch that in a video. I think it was Madison that showed that. I saw that other one where I was using those thermoses over in the winter, or in the Arctic zone there, keep you warm. But apparently, from what I was watching, that there's some quit or some operations you'll be doing that requires you to have certain deal, but that's in the other maps, other DLC stuff. At least I haven't found that here anyway. But eventually it'll happen. And there's that second piece there.
That's part 2.
And then I'll run up and grab the animals and stuff and make my way back down to the third piece.
The thing you're collecting is serious shit. It's a prototype.
I don't know what's going on with my throat. I wish
Using
I'd
to reduce
stop
local
doing what I'm
gravity.
doing. I'm not sounding like I
I
should.
didn't even know that
yes.
was a thing. No wonder they want it back. According to specs, there should be one more piece.
Yeah, we're going to transition up there real quick and get everything picked up, get the animals all gathered up, and we'll make our way back down. Boom. I seriously thought about cutting out the death part out, but I was like, well, no, because that wouldn't be honest. I mean, geez. I mean, there's plenty of people who play the game that that don't ever die or stuff like that. But here I have to drop all that wood I gathered up earlier out so I can make room for the stuff in my inventory. But this is showing you what actually goes through stuff that can happen. You know, nobody's gonna be perfect when it comes to games. It's just how it is. I mean, now you got guys that are really good now. I'm not gonna take that away from them. They're good, but they still they'll die every once in a while. Not near as often as I do, but they will die eventually. But we already know my horses die all the time, so I have to get another horse and start it all over. Either that or I go with a mower. I think I'll try a mower. Maybe a mower will last longer. You just can't carry the weight like that horse can. But boy, those things can move fast though. And here's the trouble with bringing that other set of armor. If I was just in the woods where we originally are at, I probably wouldn't even put the armor on. But coming through the desert with all the jaguars and everything, or the jaguars, but the cougars and stuff, and the hyenas and scorpions, that was best off having some armor on. As you can see here, I'm putting all that stuff back in my inventory. And that's when, yeah, see, I had taken the thermoses with me, so now he can heat up in the desert. See, that's why I was looking around for George Jr. And the sad part about this, see, I don't know whether if he died or if he just disappeared off the map. That's the only downside. So I'm not exactly sure what happened with him, but you know, I gotta give them some food so they don't starve to death. Which I don't know if they starved to death or not. And I still haven't found any way to heal the pig up from a cut or infection. They'll keep that wound on them, I guess, forever, I guess. But it prevents their health regen by, I think, 90% or something like that. And we'll start traveling down. You know, it was pretty uneventful going down there. I mean, after I got my animals back, there was nothing really all that many creatures to kill on the way down. In fact, I didn't think they started getting bored. Yeah, I'm still sitting there trying to figure out where the horse might have went. I don't see his marker anywhere on the map. Not even his. I don't even see his death marker anywhere. If y'all see it, just leave a comment in the comment section down there. And I'll go look and see. Unless it's already gone by now, anyway. If it is. Yeah, that's so disappointing. I thought maybe he was still up there, but I didn't see him anywhere. And I really didn't want to go up and try to take the ramps off because I was afraid I might fall again and die. I think at that point I probably would have rage quit and played a different game, you know, just to get away from it. But like I said, though, I mean, it's some of the stuff that the game does is kind of weird, but there we are down here where we're back to our original area down here. There's my geyser farm. Yeah, it was pretty lengthy. It took me a couple hours to get everything done, especially with the dying part and having to come all the way back up. You know, it was just unfortunate. You know, at least I figured out how to edit it out anyway. And there's that last piece up there on top. Now in this area here, I was all over the place, uh, trying to find that. Never, I thought there was just maybe one up on top somewhere, and the rest of it was on the ground somewhere. But luckily we saw that from a distance, the smoke. I was able to get over to it once I got around everything to get to it. This here I used the good concrete stuff to get up there. Made it a little bit more easier, especially now since I let them go and just had to take my time going up. But once again, you didn't have to go all the way up and get on the same piece that it was landing on. You just got to the point where you can your marker can reach it and highlight it. I was able to get the part off. But yeah, it, I'm still excited about sticks. It's just part of me really wants to just go ahead and do both, but at the same time, that's a lot of video editing, and I'm not very fast at it yet. But so, the best thing to do is just be patient, I guess, and just keep working with what I got going on, and call it good, you know. And putting those down made that kind of easier to put those ramps up. I know it doesn't look all that great, but you got to come down and remove the ramps anyway. I mean, you don't want to leave your ramps up there. And there, ran up. I thought about just trying to sneak past that, but I didn't. Started thinking, too great. If I die again, that I would probably rage quit on that. But see, we're almost up there now. So see, I don't know how that set like that, but it got me stuck. So I had to take that down and try to get that to where it would kick off to the side like that. I think that there's what made it high enough, yeah. High enough to get the last piece.
There's one more thing. The ACS never got to test the device, so now they want you to. It'll either work or blow a hole in the ground the size of Beijing. Should be fun. All you gotta do is put it together.
But at the end of the day, really, these missions are not really all that difficult, I guess you can say. I mean, they have their challenges, like building your way up, like on this cliff face, and not fall off and die. But so far they have. I'm pretty sure here eventually it's going to get pretty darn tough. At least I hope it does. Anyway. Wouldn't want it to be simple all the way down. I got to sit on hard mode. Just when I realized that one corner piece up there, I had to turn and go back up there and get it. Now, this coming week, not this week, but following week, I will have video footage of me building the base. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to arrange it where I got the area selected, but I think I just came up to where it's going to be like a mall, like a hot street with
Is
a
it
mall.
on?
On one side you have blacksmith and
According to
fabricators,
specs,
the other side it
it
has
should
armories
reduce
and stuff
local
like that,
mass.
kitchen and stuff. But at the same
Try
time,
jumping.
I would rather have it scattered out,
You feeling
but
anything?
not all bunched up. Because if you do that, you might as well just make one
Oh
big
well.
building out of it. I mean,
Back to the drawing board.
but I don't want to do that either. I do enough of that one big building base stuff. As y'all can see, my base is like that. So,
The ACS
but
may be
that's going to bring
crazy,
this one up to an end, and I'm,
but
you
they
know,
know
so
talent when they
just
see
like,
it.
subscribe, leave a comment, and I appreciate you watching if you watched it all the way through. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace out.